I'm Ben Simone.
I'm Nick French.
I'm Brian Allen.
I'm Michael Kinton.
And I'm Michael Colombian, and we are Vyne Lighting Solutions. Now, light bulbs is something that people pay for throughout their entire lifetimes. But what a lot of people don't know is the most common type of light bulb, an incandescent bulb, spends 80% of the energy you send to it as heat, making them pretty inefficient. LED light bulbs, on the other hand, only spend 10% of the energy you send to them as heat. Not to mention, they last up to 10 times longer than your average incandescent bulb and can help reduce the risk of fires in your house. Now, that sounds great, but why aren't people buying these new bulbs? That's for two main reasons. One, people have this misconception that LEDs only come in a bright, white, offsetting kind of blue tone, which is simply not true. They can come in all different heats and all different colors, and they can look the exact same as incandescents. And second off, they can be a lot more expensive than your regular incandescent bulbs. So that's where our business, Vyne Lighting Solutions, comes in. We will buy these bulbs at no upfront cost for the customer and install them into their house for free. Now, on average, a house of 47 light bulbs can save $30 on their electric bill a month from switching to incandescents to LED bulbs. All we do then is we set up a subscription fee monthly, and they pay us back for the bulbs over the course of a year and a half. All in all, Vyne Lighting Solutions helps reduce the risk of fires, reduce your carbon footprint, but most importantly, help save you money.
So you must be wondering, who are our competitors? An example of one of our direct competitors is Energy Makeovers, and they have been around since 2008, and they're based in Australia. This is a great example of a direct competitor because it proves that our model can sustain itself and provide itself for a prolonged period of time. Because due to the fact that they're still around today, but we differ from them, which I'll get into next, in numerous ways, as well as our indirect competitors, which are wholesalers, distributors, what have you. They differ from us in the same ways. They don't install as we do, and they don't provide the service. Two examples are optical LED and earth LED. They just provide the bulbs at a discounted rate to the customer, and that's it. There's no other after business or anything like that. So how are we different from our competitors? Is we have residential and commercial installation applications, so there's nothing holding us back for any different type of market. As well as we provide and consult the bulbs for the customer. So we consult to find the right bulb, the right fit for the right setting in their house, and then provide them for no upfront cost for the customer, and it's free installation. And all of these work together to save you money on your electric bill.
So as you may expect, our total addressable market is a very large number. We got this number by taking the total number of households in America and multiplying that by 87%, which is the middle to lower income families. From that, we multiplied that by 47, which is the average number of light bulbs per household. Since we were charging 50 cents per bulb for 18 months, we multiplied that number by 9 to get $46.2 billion. Our serviceable addressable market, we use the same formula, however, it's just for 4 separate towns: Barrington, Palatine, Hoffman Estates, and Schaumburg. Since these numbers are very large, our market share isn't going to be a large percentage of that at the beginning. At year 1, it's only 0.07%, but by year 5, it is 2.6%. We look at this at the brighter side, though, and it shows how much potential our business has in the future.
All right, so we have a recurring revenue model. We will be charging 50 cents per bulb for 18 months. So for the average American household of 47 light bulbs, that'll be $23.50 per house, or a total lifetime of $423 over the 18 months. We've secured a price of $3 a bulb from Ace Hardware, which comes out to about $141 per house. We also factor in the $60 installation fee per house. So when you advertise that over 18 months, it comes out to 24 cents per bulb monthly cost. For an SG&A year 1, we're only going to have the website to help schedule appointments and provide information. However, in year 5, our SG&A goes up to $21,000 as we will need a warehouse to store all the bulbs. We will be acquiring the warehouse in year 3.
So everything Brian just stated is depicted up on this graph, but a few things that I want to point out is our growth between year 3 to year 5. So our growth between year 3 to year 4 is mainly due to the fact that we plan on getting a warehouse, and that'll increase our inventory, allowing us to sell more in the future. Our growth between year 4 and year 5 is due to the fact that we want to have a partnership with ComEd, which will first allow us to advertise our company much more, and then second, it'll ComEd offers their businesses that are partnering with them incentives to lower the prices. Another thing I want to point out on this graph is by year 5, 40% of our revenue will be our net income. And this is all based on a $3 light bulb. And just for an example, we plan on getting a much more inexpensive light bulb in the future. And this is based on a $2 light bulb. And, however, this expense is not guaranteed. If we have a $2 light bulb, our net income will be about 50% of our revenue.
Alright, so our minimum viable product has 2 parts. The first part is that we've created a partnership with John Brown, who's the owner of Ace Hardware on 14. And we've created this partnership to allow us to engage with customers in 2 ways, and I'll get into that in just a second. Our second part is actually testing households. So we're going to actually go into a potential customer's house and start to test our company, see how well it works, see if people are interested. That will be a really key part of our MVP. So going back to the first part, at Ace Hardware with John Brown, we're going to set up a kiosk to every Sunday from February 14th to March 27th. And what we're going to do here is we're going to set up this booth, and then this creates a great opportunity for us because 70% of the people that walk into that store they just come in for light bulbs. So it's a great opportunity for us. And so what we're going to do there is we're going to educate people on why LED light bulbs are so energy efficient. And like Michael said before, people have this myth, or they think that LED light bulbs come in this one heat level or intensity, which conveys this bright white light color. And when this isn't true, actually LED light bulbs come in, they're dimmable now, they come in different intensities, different sizes. LED light bulbs are much more efficient. So that's a great way for us to educate people on LED light bulbs and why they're worth it. And then second, we can advertise. No, go back, please. We can advertise our company. See if people like it. See how they like see how they like our idea, our concept, and then we're going to get their information so that maybe if they're really interested, they could sign up to be a testing subject. So for home testing, this is where we put our company to the test. So we're going to do this from February 21st to March 27th. The reason why they're so close to, or the 2 phases are so close together is because we already have a lineup of customers that are interested. The reason why we're doing the kiosk is so that we can get even more. But anyway, we're going to go into these customers' houses, count their light bulbs, see which kind of light bulbs they need so that they're not frustrated with which ones they should get when they walk into the store. We do it for them. So what we do is we go in, we find them, figure it out, we go back to Ace Hardware, we buy the light bulbs, and then we go back to their house, install them for free, and then we start billing them. It's easy as that.
The key metrics for our MVP will be the number of light bulbs per house or installed per house, number of houses serviced, and the number of people interested at the booth, so we can really get a wide variety of different data to test and see how successful our model can be and if it can sustain itself over a long period of time.
Alright, so what we're going to need are light bulbs. So as we said before, Ace Hardware will give us a $3 light bulb. And then talking to John Brown and setting up this kiosk, he says that a critical success point would be to get matching apparel for our company. This will allow us to get our brand out there and to look more professional while we engage with customers. And that will cost up to $140.
So all in all, our totals are $140 for the company apparel, as well as $660, which will be cost for 200 light bulbs, which will cover at most 4 houses so we can test our company, and all that comes out to $800, which we are asking for.
We are Vyne Lighting Solutions, bringing you a brighter future.
What did you learn in your research about how does ComEd feel about LED light bulbs?
They already offer a program which is called the ComEd Bill program, which is offering incentives to companies like us who are lowering the costs of electric bill and things like that to produce a more green or energy green environment. And so that'll provide us with incentives, but also on their bill, whether I looked at my parents and I think we all did. There's a thing where it offers incentives as well on a lower cost of your electric bill. We're switching to more green and environmentally friendly solutions. So we thought that that would be like a great avenue for us to take in our company.
Another thing just to add into that is that Ace Hardware actually does, they have a thing with ComEd where they do the same thing. ComEd will reimburse them for some of their light bulbs. And yeah, so, but the problem with that is that it's very limited and only lasts for like a month, and then it's gone and it goes right back to the original retail price. So for us, that would, we would be able to get that in the same way, but, so, yes.
So let me ask the question a different way. Would ComEd, and I'll tell you why I'm asking in a second. ComEd, if everybody in the world switched to LED light bulbs like that, is ComEd happy or sad?
ComEd will be very happy. They're actually promoting LED light bulbs, and what Ben was trying to say is Ace Hardware, for example, every LED light bulb that they sell, they get a rebate from ComEd, and that shows how ComEd is promoting selling LEDs in a way that...
But convince me why they care that you're spending less on electricity.
We're trying to like a image of, I want to say the environment, we're promoting environmentally friendly solutions, which would in turn, I think, which is why our company.
But they have a profit motive, right? They want to make money.
So it's in turn, like, so then switching to like an image like this comes with like customers, brings customers, guys, oh, they're trying to do right by the world and right by the environment.
Okay, so say I grant you that. The reason I ask is because, let's just say your MVP or your next stage is wildly successful, and you're in 100 homes. And that's 100 times, how are you going to collect on the money that they owe you?
It's going to be a subscription on their credit card, which is going to be recurring, which legally they can cancel, but if they do cancel it, then we just end up sending them a bill for the bulk sum.
So that's what
Okay, so if I'm an average house, I have 47 light bulbs, right? And you were to convert all of my light bulbs to LED, how much money would I save a month?
$30 on average.
I would save 30, but you're gonna take $27 and $23.50. So for the first 18 months, I'm gonna save a couple of dollars a month.
Yeah, but.
After that, I'm gonna save $30 a month.
And the average LED lasts 22 years, so the savings last much longer.
Okay, and so when you say recurring revenue model, you really mean it's an 18-month revenue model. It's not recurring after that. In fact, it's not recurring for 22 more years, right? Just making sure I get the...
Yes.
I think I would my questions were on the payback. It's a very, I briefly talked about a week or so ago, very attractive value payback. And so you shouldn't be pitching this as a cost. You should be pitching this more as, we'll front the money for you when you do your booth. Because people around here, as we talked, have disposable income in the most, you gotta try your MVP here because John Brown's here, I get all that, but eventually this may not be your target market because they can generally afford to pay for it. Maybe people that can't afford to put up $400, $500, $600, whatever numbers. But I spend more time on the energy savings payback. As Mr. Miles pointed out, it's free, and then you get a really nice payback of 360 years from that point forward. But never are you upside down. According to you're going to have to mathematically show them that in a simple way. And be prepared at your kiosk because you're building credibility. And then as the MVP, I'm a little nervous for us waiting the 18 months to get paid. I really like that I believe you're going to sell a ton of them. But I'm nervous, so help us understand how we can get our money quicker than that, because how many of you are seniors? Anybody seniors in here now? Are you also?
Well, it'll take us way less than 18 months because go do the math. You're paying $3 a bulb, and you're collecting 50 cents per bulb from the customer. So that'll be a 6-month payback where we'll get.
By May, yeah, you're probably right.
The rest of it is your profit. So the first 6 months, you have to pay for your costs. And then after that, months 13 through 18, or 7 through 18 is where you're making your money.
Have you,
Less installation.
have you looked at the different types of light bulbs? Because I know in you don't have the same type of light bulb. There's floodlights and these lights and
Yes,
so,
we'll do a quote for that.
so, but are you gonna be able to get floodlights and regular light bulbs for the same $3? Because I am concerned about that aspect of it.
You're absolutely right, and we're not completely sure about that yet.
Yeah, that's something to check. I
It is definitely.
do buy LED bulbs, I've never paid as little as $3.
So currently Ace Hardware has a big sale going on and he's also willing to give us a discount. And although the different types of bulbs are obviously different prices, we went to Ace Hardware and his biggest selling bulb, they're sold out, are 40-watt replacements. And we plan on using those to test our business.
I don't know if it's a valid test because it's like people have to live with it for 18 months and it may not be the right wattage, you know, I mean, people are actually care a lot, some people care a lot about, you know, what wattage you put in and the color, why is it warmer, you know, dark colors. But, and I realize that Ace Hardware is a good local source, but have you thought about going to a light bulb manufacturer that might
Yes.
be able to provide a wider array of product to match, and you're cutting out the middleman, if you will, and getting a cheaper price on bulk?
So that's the plan later on, but just for now, for the first stage, we're using
For an
Ace.
MVP, it's easy.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
So one of the things you might want to test with your MVP is, you have this model of, we'll pay the upfront costs and you pay us over time, and you take the friction away from the downstroke to the customer. And like Greg said, there might be a certain demographic that resonates with. I would also, when you're at your booth, think about a different pricing model that was more the convenient play. I'll come in and I'll inventory every light bulb in your house. I will tell you exactly what inventories there are. I'll get them to you at a wholesale price, a cheaper price than you can get them for. I'll install them and I'll send you a bill. And the bill will be something north, because no one wants to go around and replace every light bulb in their house and go do the whole
Figure it out,
inventory.
all
And
that.
so it's kind of a one, it's not recurring revenue, but by the way, you're probably advancing the revenue of what you would have gotten over 18 months. And think about that as a pricing model.
Well, we were considering doing both, offering multiple options.
Yep.
So if you don't have to spend the money in bulk, you can pay it over the 18 months, or if you just want, you know, pretty much an installation service in general,
Yep.
then you can just pay all of it up front.
I think, yeah. By the way, I'd be a target market for that. I would be very interested in you guys coming in. I'd have the same reservation that Cara has, where we got a lot of different light bulbs. I don't even know if they come in LED. Do you need a different fixture for LED for some of them?
No, it screws with the same fixtures.
Yeah.
But he's right, you're gonna probably need some level of inventory, because going and doing the survey and coming back, they're gonna say, I know it was brighter than that. You're gonna literally wanna say, here would be the replacement bulb, and they go, oh yeah, and that's perfect. Because they all have a different soft light, bright light, so you're probably gonna need a little
Focus.
inventory when you walk these homes. And the flood,
Yeah.
it's not the light in the flood, it's the cost.
Right,
The flood's a flood,
Right.
it's just a lot more expensive than $3.
right.
And there's,
But you don't need a different fixture.
Okay,
screw
Even
that.
for a halogen light.
No, yeah, they're the same.
in the beginning, when LEDs were first introduced, they had a different fixture because it's a diode and they have to clip in, so it's a special fixture they clip in. Now they've worked it so you can just screw it in, and it's the same power going to it.
Have you inventoried a house yet? Have you gone into
Your own?
anyone's actual house and inventoried how much you would need and cost it out?
You can do that with your own house. And I would just challenge you to take an inventory of not only the count, but the different types. Is that they're just designs.
Then you need to figure out what you're doing with the existing light bulbs. Have you thought that through?
Recycling is
Recycling.
And I would also have your customers tell you what their electricity bill is before and after, and a way for you to validate whether $30 is really the
Right.
savings.
Right. You want them as
Testimonials.
testimonials. Nice picture of Mr. Miles saying I saved $300 a month.
Guys, I build off something Michael said earlier. I'm trying to encourage you away from the subscription model, because you're gonna get into collections
Right.
and it's just a big nightmare. Like, there are whole businesses that are based off, hey, I will save you $10, pay me $3. Just pay me $3, and I'll make the problem, you know, and you'll get to keep your $7. I think there would be a market for I'll go in, I'll swap out all your light bulbs, and I'll bill you based on the projected savings over the course of the next year.
And the number one thing in business is cash flow. And when you wait 18 months to get your cash flow, you're constantly, you get it up front, even at a discount, people, you want your cash as soon as you get it, because you can do what? You can redeploy it, put it back in your business, grow your sales. So I would double down on this. I think you should try to see if the market changes, but you should try
Test the
those as
boat.
much as you can up front.
Well, we could use the kiosk in order to.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
Give
right.
them a little incentive to do it up front, so that you don't have to wait for the 18 months.
That's the last comment right there, Greg.
All right.
Good job.